Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim as Sarah. A Let's Play that I had thought was over. I had planned on leaving in the dust and planned on moving on. But I keep getting called back. I keep wanting to come back to this character. I keep wanting to come back to this Let's Play. Because I had felt like I had jumped the shark with this Let's Play. I had done everything there was to do. I had put everything into Sarra and had gone beyond. But there are two things I'd like to do with this episode. I'd like to go over the two possibilities of what happened to Sarra after Sovngarde. I kind of went over it in the last episode, but I want to use this episode to fully go over it. We aren't going to be staying here, because it's probably not going to be, it's not going to take me, I'm not going to be able to just sit here and talk about it. So I will most likely travel to other places to get the look around. I have not touched this save in a while. Sarra has been sitting in this spot waiting for me to return if I chose to. And I have now chosen to return because I feel like there is something to talk about. There is something that needs to be talked about. And what that is what exactly happened to Sarra. Because I mentioned the fact that if she casts her spell, no one but her knows what happened. And now I will be giving you guys a thought, a possibility of what happened. And then we'll talk about the other path that she may have taken. The first is, if she cast the spell and it did do as I kind of expected it, it would disconnect her from this world and send her adrift, removing her as she is and letting her go free. Now, that could mean a couple of different things, but my plan for it was I was going to pick her up in another Let's Play, in a different Let's Play entirely. I was going to have her go and join and be in a different world, possibly in Oblivion, possibly in Fallout. Whole bunch of different options there of where she went after this adventure. I have a plan. I do want to eventually do Oblivion with her, but I have another plan of somewhere else she may end up. Somewhere I have found that I believe will work well for her. But for now, I would like to also talk about the other path. What could have happened to her if it was not that. And I think that is that Sarra does return here to Nirn. Now, she's not here to stay. She plans to do many things with her life. But she does return to Nirn, and she does stay up on High Hrothgar for a while to study on the ways of the voice and to meditate on her abilities and try to settle her mind. Because like I mentioned in the Let's Play, she was troubled by how powerful she had become. Oh, crap. But she was troubled by how powerful she had become. She was troubled by all of the abilities she had achieved, because she felt as though it was changing her for who she was. She felt like the dragon's breath was pushing upon her, and that it was changing her, and that she couldn't help it because of how powerful the dragon's breath was. How powerful the Thuum had become. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Then this is this one. I'm putting all the masks here because of the fact that I don't want to carry them. Volsung is the only one that I would actually want to carry if I was going to carry any of them. But I don't, I'm putting them all here. Can the wooden masks not go here? Quest items cannot remove for what? That's annoying. I wonder if we're missing some of the claws, since we still have 2 spots. Oh no, we have to actually go in and find them. Okay, I'm not going to try and put these away because I'm just picking them up. That's a pain. But, as I was saying, she would return to Dern, and she would stay with the Greybeards for at least a month. I would say she'd probably stay up there for a couple of years. And she probably wouldn't just stay with the Greybeards, she'd probably go and talk to Parthenex a lot. She'd probably spend time with Parthenex. Mostly to get Parthenex's thoughts on everything. Then she'd probably travel here. She'd return to Clockwork Castle. This is her home. It has always been her home. And this is where she would be for a while. It wouldn't be more than a year. It would not be more than a year. With the Greybeards, I could see her staying there for a very long time. She'd still communicate with the world. Like, she would have let the world know, hey, I'm back. Hey, I did all these things. Actually, that's something I want to do now. Because I want to see I want to see if it actually does anything. I'm going to go talk to Jarl Balgruuf. Because I've actually never thought about this, but I bet you Jarl Balgruuf has some special dialogue to talk about the end of the world and the fact that we killed Alduin. I'd be kind of surprised if he doesn't. But she'd come back to here, and she'd spend a lot of time here. She'd still communicate with the world. She would still communicate with all of the groups that she's has power over. But she would definitely communicate with them. She would definitely return to this place, or return to Clockwork Castle, in order to study. She would want to finish her studies on Aetherius magic completely. She would want to fully understand the power that she has. And that's not to say that she didn't cast the spell while in Sovngarde. I think the spell could have also have changed her to give her the power to push back against the souls. I mean, the big thing about it is, and this is something that I meant to go over, so it says we have 10 dragon souls. But we also have to realize how many of these souls we have. Oh wait, these aren't dragon souls. How many of these shouts we have? Like, I can't go through here and count because some of these dragon souls, some of these words are not just the words. But somebody told me there's like 100 and something soul shouts in the game, and I have 10 extra souls. So I have over 100 dragon souls dwelling within Sarra right now. And I think that there is a lot to be considered of what she did with that. There's also some shouts that you get that you don't have to spend shouts on. Like the ones you get from the Greybeards and some other stuff. Someone nearby is carrying something valuable. Well, we might go try and steal it.
When the Empire surrendered,
but
Dominion,
we're also going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Empire. We're going to talk about the Civil War. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. But she would spend a lot of times talking with. She spent a lot of times talking to people, talking to the Greybeards. She spent a lot of time studying her magics, and I think she would spend a very long time trying to decide what to do with her life. She might go about that. I don't think I'm going to for the Let's Play. I don't know if I'm going to do more episodes. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not, because that wouldn't make any sense.
Old friend, patron of the great clan battle poet.
Is this mine? Did I put this here? Why is this... Why is this here? Was this here during the Let's Play? I don't remember it. Huh. But, she would definitely spend a lot of her time trying to figure out what she wants to do. She has the Empire. She has everything of Skyrim. So she has a lot to do. And I think a lot of the Let's Play from this point on would be me talking about what she would do and what we could see. Not to mention me going about doing some more fighting and stuff like that. I might go kill bandits, do some bounty hunting.
Contained, and you released it. Why?
I want to talk to her. Like I said, I want to see what Bulgrove has to say about all this. See if he says.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
The war's already over. What do you think of Ulfric killed? Why do you think Ulfric killed the High King? You can protect Whiterun from dragons.
Now, if you don't mind,
I'm surprised.
got a city.
I'd have expected him to.
Come to
You have anything
Dragon's
special?
Reach to discuss the
Nope.
ongoing hostilities, like the rest
I'm
of
surprised.
the
I would have
warriors.
expected him to have something to say. I guess in the end, it's no big deal. I'm a little saddened by the fact that he didn't have anything to say.
The great evil has been vanquished. You have truly saved us all.
We're gonna hear about it a lot. I should have talked to Prevent. Actually, we're gonna talk to Preventus and see if he has any bounties. And we're gonna go do a bounty while we talk. But she would definitely spend a long time studying, meditating, and considering her life from this point forward.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can assist you.
Homestead outside the city. Like to purchase a house in the city. I don't have
Enjoy your visit to
Breezeholm?
Dragon's Reach.
Wow. This might be one of the only characters I know of that didn't buy Breezeholm. I can't believe I didn't buy Breezeholm. I'm a little surprised by that. I've tried to do other Let's Plays of Skyrim. I can't. This character was too good. This character was too great for me. She keeps calling me back to her.
Damn those gray maids to oblivion.
I just like the way
They
the
wanna
story
back the
went.
storm cloaks. They'll get what's coming to them.
Alright, let's go talk to...
Lady, could you spare a coin?
It's a shame, isn't it?
Actually, yes I
Hi
can.
there. Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart. It's what Brennan once said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since.
I'm not listening, lady. I'm not listening, girl. I'm going to continue walking. Like I said, Sarah might consider adoption. She might go around and adopt all the orphans, just because it's who she is. A lot of people would think that Sarah was not a good person. I think to the contrary. And one of the big things I can say for that thought process is the Civil War. There is a big argument, and I've been thinking about this a lot since I did the Let's Play.
Come on
Because one of the things I
Let
said
me
during
know
the
if
Let's
you
Play
need
has
anything.
kind
Take a
of
seat by the fire. If it's
stuck
work
with
you
me
need,
for a while.
How about chopping up some wood for the fires?
Nope. I wonder
Need
if I have a
anything else?
bounty
Just let
for
me
this
know.
area already, and that's why it's not giving me the option of having another one. Let's see. Do we have a bounty for this area? Bring the Ancient Fulmer Tomb. Kill the bandit leader at Silent Moon Camp. Actually, yes, we do. We do have a bounty in this area. I'm pretty sure Silent Moon Camp is the forge camp that we have nearby. If it is, we are going to that. If it's not, I'm going to look again and see if I can find a
It's no fun getting.
job that is in this area. Because it feels like we should have a job for this area since we can't get one from anybody. Yep. But Sarah definitely... The way so I've been doing a lot of research about the war and how people feel about it, and about the Empire as a whole. And the Empire of Cyrodiil is in terrible shape. I'm not going to go into super big detail because I didn't do a bunch of research, and that's not what this video is supposed to be about. But I am going to kind of argue why Sarah taking the hold hold of the Empire and doing all the things she did is in part a good thing. The Empire is falling to pieces. It cannot fight the Eldmeri Dominion the way it is. Nor could Skyrim. Skyrim would have fallen to the Eldmeri Dominion once it lost the Empire. So, the Empire can't win. The Stormcloaks couldn't win. So, what would be the point of this war? Sarra, I believe, wanted to bring the Empire back together. She solidified Skyrim. Now, there's a good chance she'd go around and try and find the remaining Stormcloaks and turn them into allies. Either by turning them into vampires and forcing them to be her thralls, or she'd go and cast magic upon them to bend their will to hers. And some people would say, oh, that's evil. That's definitely evil. She's evil because she's doing that. To me, no. To me, she's not evil because she's using her powers to try and bring peace to this world. Yes, she's going about it in a very forceful way, but for her, it's definitely one of those things of like, it doesn't make any sense not to, because it is a situation of, if she doesn't, the world will perish. So if a few lives must be lost, if a few wills must be broken, she will do that to make the world a good place. She didn't save it just for the world to be ruined by people. Am I going to end up dying because I'm not used to being with this much power again? I don't think I'm going to. Now, would she come back and fight bandits like this? Probably not. This would probably be below her abilities. She probably would be casting powerful spells to bind the bandits to her will in order to start forcing them to capitulate to her control. I think I'm using that word, right? I think I'm using capitulate correctly there. But I think a big possibility of what she would do once she returned is she would start to work on making the world a better place and a place worth saving. Because she obviously had to save it because she wanted to. But she didn't have to, but she doesn't want it to just fall to ruin now that she saved it. Magic, trap souls in my name. Name Prince of Dawn. No, I am still... She'll probably never leave Magnus's graces. She'll probably always worship Magnus because she believes magic to be the ultimate tool in fixing the world. Much like how it helped her, she can fix the world. Now, some people might say this doesn't sound very good for the world. A lot of people would make that argument. Sarra was never a good character, and I don't think she'll ever become a good character. I think that her trying to fix the world in her mind would be her turning the world into what she believes is the best. Was that the... You were the bandit leader. Here, Lord. Definitely a situation of the leader was nowhere near as strong as the rest of the people. Burning steel battle axe behind. I really shouldn't be picking up all this information because I'm never going to need it. I'm never going to use it. I have no reason for having all of it. Command block weaken. Now, that's the other thing that some people might ask. What about the skeleton key? I mentioned the fact that when I got it from when we were doing the Thieves Guild quest, that Sarah does not have any inkling towards owing anything to Nocturnal. But I think that there would be a point in her life, not early, something later in life, that she would come to the decision that it's time to return the key to her. She's not going to she wouldn't do it quickly, she wouldn't do it soon, and we might not do it this episode, we might do it eventually, but we definitely wouldn't do it this episode. Because she still would want the key for a few more things. Its power is too great for her to just let it rot away in some old forgotten temple. So she may take the key back to the Twilight Sepulchre. I don't think she would do it soon. But she no longer has this, like, overwhelming urge to keep it. She only wants it because it's useful. She also wants it, though, because it gives power. Because it unlocks ability. Now, like I was mentioning before, the Empire is in shambles. Sarah feels that she can fix it. She feels that she can reunite the Empire. Returning to Skyrim would be the first step, but returning to Tamriel would be the next. She would leave Skyrim, which obviously we can't do. We don't have that. I don't have any mods that allow that, so we cannot leave Skyrim. But she would. She would go and she would command the Empire. She would begin to take control of the Empire and lead it as a leader should. Truly guide the masses the way that they should be guided. And it's not because she feels like she's right. And it's not because she feels like she's desperate. It's because she feels like there's no other choice. I did have a mod that was supposed to make the Albarian Dominion attack, and the Thalmor was supposed to attack and declare war on Skyrim. I think that only happens though if you kill, if you join the Stormcloaks. So we're not going to see that. But I do think that she would begin her conspiracies to defeat the Aldmeri Dominion, because that would have been one of her big goals. She always hated the Thalmor, and she always will. But she also sees that and while she doesn't like the Empire, the Stormcloaks would have been a terrible victory because of Ulfric Stormcloak.
You tried
His city is horrible. He is horrible. There's no good in keeping him as leader. She sees herself as not only a good leader because she's powerful, because she has the ability to do it, and because she's basically immortal, but because she has the will to dominate. She begins to notice that that is not a bad thing, and I think that's something that she comes to conclusion after the spell is completed. Now, I mentioned during the thing that we would have different Let's Plays, and I came up with a Let's Play that I think would work really well. I am going to give you guys the option to know what a Let's Play that is. My plan is I'm planning on talking about it in the next, not in the next episode, but at the end of this episode, which I'm planning on going for about 40 minutes. It might be a little shorter depending on how I feel. I basically don't want to go too long, but
Are you a wizard?
I do want to go long enough to
Excellent. You've done us a
kind
great
of,
service.
I like so I still
Here's your
only 100
reward.
gold.
Enjoy your
like-
visit to Dragonsmeet.
You
Like-
know the Whispering Lady, don't you? I can tell.
Yep, I do. I have her. I have the sword. I've already dealt with her.
Need something?
But a big thing about it is that I do believe she would be the best thing for Skyrim and Cyrodiil as a whole. I believe that all of Tamriel would benefit from her power. I do believe that she is not the greatest leader in the world. I do believe it's not going to be another Talos. She would be a monster. She would be somebody to be remembered as a monster. Because in the end, she would have to be slain according for her to step down. She would always say that she'd eventually step down, that she'd eventually let someone else take command. But she never planned to truly do that. She'd say that to make people feel better, maybe even to make herself feel better. But she never would actually step down. Because she'd never feel like it was a right time. There's still so many things left in the world to do. I need to assure that my kingdom will prosper forever. Yada yada blah blah blah. She would want to do something with her life. Who is that? I am curious and wanting to catch them. Oh, it's a... I'm pretty sure it's a, yeah, it's one of the Kiji caravan people.
Please, come and browse our goods.
Yeah, it's the Kiji caravan, and passing their way to Whiterun. I don't know if they have a schedule or anything like that. Here's Rashad.
Assist. Take a look.
But she's definitely one of those people who, like, if people ask me, do I think that she would be, that in the end she would be considered a good person? Would she be remembered fondly? I would definitely say it's a situation of it depends on who you ask. There would be some who would understand that she did what she had to because she had very little other option. There would be those who would say she is a blight upon the land and a curse upon humanity, and that she should have been killed, and that they traded out one tyrant for another. Especially if everything she is comes to light eventually. If the fact that she controls the Empire, the fact that she's a vampire, the fact that she's a monster, the fact that she's everything that she is, would definitely be a big piece. She'd never leave being a vampire. She never stopped being a vampire after this. She'd be a vampire lord for the rest of existence. And the reasoning for that is the fact that she would see it as she's supposed to be a vampire because that will let her live forever. Is this a...
Wherever the Daedra hide, the Vigil of Stendarr will cast them into the light.
Huh. I've never seen a Vigil of Stendarr wearing that armor. That is very cool. But she definitely would spend the rest of her life doing what she feels is necessary to make the world a better place. Not in the sense of a better place like most people think, but a better place in her eyes. And to some, she would be a hero. She would continue to be a hero. To some, she would be a villain. She'd be a tyrant. And for a portion, she'd be nothing. She'd just vanish. Be left untalked about by them forever. Because she doesn't care if she's known. She'll lead from the shadows if she has to.
Yes?
A Nord courier. She'd lead from the shadows if she has to. She doesn't need to be the greatest. She doesn't need to be known. She was already known for being Dragonborn. She was already known for everything she did. Now she wants to be known for good. It's funny because there's a good part of me that wants to go to the Blades and, like, deal with them. Because I don't think Sarra would. I don't think Sarra would kill them. But I do think Sarra would go to them and eventually basically force their allegiance. Let's talk about the Blades, because I feel like I didn't really get a lot to talk about the Blades when I was originally doing the Let's Play. I might have, but I don't know. I don't remember talking about the Blades as much as I wanted to. So we're going to talk about the Blades real quick. Why do I hate the Blades as much as I do? Why do I hate both of them? Why do I hate the way they operate? I don't hate the Blades. The group, the Blades, is fine. It's these two that I don't like. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. is that a bad dragon or is that a good dragon? Amazing that I have to say that. I thought about doing a Let's Play for a member of the Blades. Because I did find out you can work with the Blades for a while before you have to break away from them because of Parthenex. Nope, that's a bad dragon. Where is... That's Rise of Magicka. Raid Zombie. I'm looking for... not Unbound Flames. Not Unrelenting Force. Not the Conqueror. Where is... Here we go. Relentless Storm. Sorcery Relentless Storm. Vojrakak. Oh, he's actually a named dragon. Interesting. And don't get me wrong, like hunting dragons is a good thing. The problem I have with the Greybeards, or not the Greybeards, with the Blades. I have my own issues with the Greybeards. I didn't talk about it much in the Let's Play, but I might talk about it for a little bit in here. But I'm going to talk about the Blades first because they're more important. As far as the Blades go, I don't like the Blades because I don't like how they operate in this. And one reason why I can say that, and what I mean by that, is at the beginning, Delphine mentions that the Blades are meant to serve the Dragonborn. Like, that is their divine right. That is their divine duty, is that they should serve the Dragonborn. Yet, what does she do the moment that she realizes that you're not going to listen to her, the moment that you're not obeying her command? They instantly turn on you, instantly say they're not helping you, and instantly say that if you want their assistance, then you have to, oh, I forgot about this. That if you want their assistance, then you have to do what they say, or they're not going to help you. And the worst part about that is that during the, we didn't get to see it in the Let's Play because we sided with the Imperials and won the war. But if you don't do that, you have to go do a peace summit on Mount Hrothgar, in Hrothgar, and basically do a peace summit to basically get the war to be put on pause while you deal with the threat of Alduin. And during that, they even point out that the war is pointless in the face of Alduin. Like, they cannot, like, nobody should be fighting. We're heading towards the Golden Glow estate, by the way, or whatever that estate is, the Green Hill estate, by the farm that I have. But they mention the fact that, like, it's pointless, these pointless squabbles are stupid because of Alduin the World Eater. And then, once we're getting ready to fight Alduin, once we're about to beat him, once we have everything we need, we go to them looking for aid in killing the World Eater and stopping all of reality from being basically destroyed. And what do? Hey, we're not going to help you anymore unless you kill this one dragon. Like, right now? Like, you can't even lie to him and say, hey, I'll kill him, but I'll kill him after I kill Alduin first. And their reasoning for killing Parthenex is even more stupid when it comes down to it, when you think about it, because they want to kill Parthenex because he helped Alduin. Okay, why not focus on Alduin first, who is obviously the worst of the two? Now, I can understand why I can kind of understand their thoughts in a certain way. It's not very clear, but I will kind of play devil's advocate for a second and explain why I think that they do want, why them wanting him dead makes sense. And it has to do with what he said at the end of the Let's Play when we came back from Sovngarde. He mentions the fact that he's going to basically force the other dragons to hear the rightness of his doom. Now, Sarah is not a very good person to argue this because she's basically doing the same thing. But even forced righteous leadership is bad when it comes down to it. So, like, I get their thoughts, like, Parthenex is just going to become another Alduin if we don't stop him now. But it is so stupid for them to be like, hey, we're not going to help you unless you do this. Like, I can understand that they're like, hey, you should really kill this dragon. But we're going to still help you. If you kill Parthenex, the Greybeards will still help you. Like, it's the one reason why the Greybeards, in my opinion, are so much better if you put the two against each other. Now, I don't think the two are against each other. Some people might say they are. I don't think they are because they don't have... While Delphine likes to make it seem like they're against each other, Delphine likes to fight everybody. There's another dragon. I swear I see more of these things now that Alduin's dead than when Alduin was alive. Now, where is my steward? Where's that one guy we placed as steward here? Because I'd like to talk to him. There he is.
May the gods watch over your battle. Very good, man.
4,000, not bad.
Thanks again for your help.
We never did much with this place. It basically just became the home for the heck? Since when is there an Imperial outpost here? What in the world? I gotta go check this out. Is the game changing? Like, what the heck? That's one of the scouts. We're a member of the Imperial, so we should be able to come check this out. Whiterun Imperial Camp. Does this get built after? Is it supposed to get built after Whiterun, and I just never seen it?
Leggett, keep your guard up.
Yep. Wow, this is interesting. I've never actually seen this one like appear here. This is the first time I've ever seen this. That's bad owned. Weird. Well, at least I know that my farm is safe. Because the Imperials have apparently put a camp near it. Now, I mentioned the fact that I was going to talk about what what I plan on doing. I mentioned Oblivion was one of them. And it still is. I don't have the new remastered version of Oblivion yet, though, and I'm waiting till I get that to do it. I won't be doing modded. It won't have any mods. It'll be a bog standard playthrough. But I do want to eventually do it once I once I get it's in a death animation, but it's not actually doing the animation. But I plan on doing an Oblivion eventually. But there is another one that works really well. One game that I'd like to Let's Play that works really well because there's a lot of parallels between the two. I ain't doing nothing with you. Go away. Then again, that is one that made much of a deciding factor for Sarah. Oh, here we go. But I mentioned the fact that I was going to talk about it, so I'll talk about it now while we fight this dragon. Oh, it's a blood dragon. But, like I said, I think it's going to work really well because it's got a lot of parallels to Skyrim. Not in the fact that it's got actually any true connection, except for the fact that it has Norse mythology involved in it. And so it would have, so it would be that connection that makes me think that it's like, yeah, it's probably a good idea to use it. I better be careful. I'm going to go overweight again. I went overweight again. That's okay. We're about to head back to the base, anyways. But it's going to be Minecraft. There's a Minecraft series that makes a lot of sense for this. It's Archotech Exodus, I think. Not Archotech. Architect Exodus. Which basically what it is it's basically a it's basically a Nordic mod pack that I really enjoy, and I've already played through quite a bit. But the way it starts, the way it runs makes a lot of sense for how this ended. So we're probably going to do that. Now, like I said, I might come back and do more of this Let's Play. I may bring Sarah back, and I may bring her back more, and we may do more with her. I don't know yet, because I don't know if I want to do that, because I don't know if I want to bring her back for, like, more. My main thoughts are, I enjoyed this Let's Play, I'd love to bring it back, I'd love to do more with it, but I don't know if there's a point. Because I don't know if it would be anything good. But, I'm considering it. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'd like to see how much this video gets interaction. Like I said, I might bring it back, I might not, I haven't decided yet. But, I do heavily consider it because I did enjoy this, and it was one of the funnest Let's Plays that I made. Noticeable with the fact that it is the only one that got over 100 videos, and actually came to a most of the way ending. But like I said, it's hard for me to decide if I want to bring it back, because it does feel complete. But like I said, I've had interest in playing. But you guys will have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys see the Architect Exodus playthrough come up eventually. Hopefully we get to see all of that. But I will see you all in the next one. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button. And if you have anything to say, leave it in the comment section down below. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.